All right, so this is a challenge relating to binomial probability, and it's relating to an we'll use an earlier problem that we did in an earlier video, where 6% of a population has O negative blood. We select 10 people at random, and we're determining the probability that between 2 and 8 people inclusive have O negative blood. Okay, and we're going to use Desmos for this. So this is my main goal for this challenge problem, is to show you how to use Desmos to calculate what otherwise could be a tedious problem to do by hand. So we could think about all the possible numbers of people that have O negative blood. And in this particular case, we don't care about getting 0 or 1 people with O negative blood or 9 or 10 people with O negative blood. We're wondering what basically the sum of these probabilities would be. Okay, so if we could find each of these probabilities and then add them up, we would get our final answer. Okay, but we're going to use Desmos to do that. And more specifically, we're going to use this formula in Desmos, binomial dist, and then in for n, we're going to put the trials, which is 10, and in for p, our probability of success, which is 0.06. Okay, so let's go ahead and move over to Desmos and see how that works. All right, so let's see here. So bringing up the keyboard, binomial dist, and then go to some parentheses here. And it reminds us that we are looking for trials and success probability. So trials are 10 and success probability is 0.06. And we're going to close our parentheses. So this does a little graph for us. It shows us the possibilities of each of those outcomes. Okay, so what's the chance of getting 1 success? You can see it's 0.3438. Okay, that's one right there, for example. Okay, what's the chance of getting 10 successes? Desmos rounds that to 0. There actually is a tiny probability, but it rounds to 0. And that makes sense that it would be so low because it's only 6% chance of each person having O negative. What's the chance of all 10? That would be very small. We can find the cumulative probability as well. Okay, and we can just type in what we want. So it was 2 to 8, right? And there would be our final answer right there, 0.1176 if we round, okay? And that should be the sum of, you can see the middle, the 2 through 8 dots on the graph are colored, solidly colored, okay? And so that just visually compares that we're including those possible results. So 0.1176, let's get that written down. So about 12% chance of having anywhere between 2 and 8 people being O negative in their blood type. All right, that's a good place to stop.